Hey everybody, welcome back to B-Dub's Disc Golf. It has not gone exactly as I have planned. My goal was to record a video and get it on YouTube every day for Vlogmas. I have not been able to do that, but I've definitely published more videos, so I'm excited about that. But the challenge is actually the editing part. Believe it or not, to make these videos, to record the videos, it's actually relatively easy, but to edit them, get them the way I want them to be for you, it actually takes some time. It's been rainy, it's been cold, I've been traveling, it's work, all the things. But be that as it may, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and I got another video for you right now. In between part 1 and part 2 of Grant and I playing the most popular course in Florida, Four Palms Disc Golf Course. So, but today I wanted to chat with you guys about, as part of the Prodigy membership club, I get a box every quarter, so 4 times a year. If you were to only buy the box, it would cost about $95 for one box, and they would send you with disc and sometimes cool swag. If you pay for the whole year, it works out to be about $85 a box, which is pretty cool because I have found in every box there's a minimum of 5 discs. And the latest box that I got, which was quarterly 3, I also got quarterly 4, number 4 of the year, but I'll do that video later. But number 3, it was an extra large box, and I actually got 8 discs in that box. Or $85 if you pay for the whole year for that box. Essentially $10 per disc, which is a pretty good deal for premium discs. And they almost always have a stamp that you can't get just locally or at your store or just online. So let me show you what I got. The cool thing about this particular bag is that I actually threw these discs in Florida, and for the first time ever, I threw a disc on a round that I've never thrown that disc before. The other thing that I encourage you to check out, whether it's a mystery box or membership club with Prodigy, you will get discs that, at least for me, I would never have thrown or actively bought myself. So for example, you're gonna see a D1, which is typically a pretty overstable driver disc, and I never would have bought it. And I think I threw it pretty well in Florida, and it will likely go in my bag. So let's check this out. So in every box, they give you a little cheat sheet for the disc. And so in quarterly number 3, we got Prodigy Club XL. And in this box, we only got discs. So, but this time we got 8 discs, and they're pretty cool. So we're gonna start off with the Alchemist PA5 Special Blend Spectrum. Our Alchemist has conjured up some magical PA5s and Special Blend Spectrum plastic for the first time. So check out that stamp, which I love. I'm a big fan. I did throw this, and it's not as flippy as the current PA My5, but it turned on me, and I like the way through. I really did. So I'm a huge fan of the PA5. So if you don't have a PA5 in your bag, you should have a PA5 in your bag. So the next disc is the Club Putter. It's in 400 glow plastic. It says the second release of the Prodigy Club Putter, but now in premium 750 color glow. So check that out. I need to throw this in the field because at first I thought it was overstable, but then as I kept throwing it, it wasn't as overstable as I thought. So I need to throw this a little bit. It reminded me a little bit of a. It wasn't as overstable as a PA3 if you throw a PA3. It's definitely not as straight as my PA2. But I'm be honest with you, I'm not sure how this fly. But on forehand, it actually turned to the left a little bit on forehand. So, but I was able to handle the torque and just kind of actually went straight on forehand. So it was pretty cool. So I'm on the fence on this particular disc. Next disc that came in the box, it was an A3. Now the A3s are pretty stable approach disc, and this is a little bit on the beefy side. It reminds me of, I don't know if it reminds me of a Zone. I don't really throw Zone very much. Maybe a Zone OS, but this is a very stable disc. And it's Rare Earth Village A3 750 Glimmer. Don't know if you can see the glimmer aspect of the plastic in the film, but it's a pretty cool stamp, rare earth stamp. The A3 is one of the gems of our approach lineup. Join the village of A3 enthusiasts, including Luke Humphreys, with this glimmering 750 plastic disc. Pretty cool. Next up is the M2. Now, I do have this mold in my bag. The M2 in my bag is starting to flip a little bit, thinking about rotating it for another M2. Find the M2 basically goes straight and then finishes left. This is in 300 soft fractal plastic. It says the debut of the M2 in fractal plastic. Chart your path to the green with this astral inspired design. Pretty cool design. Look at that. So actually, remember if I threw this in Florida, I may have thrown it once. I didn't call for it very much, but pretty cool. This is Shadow Facts. It's in 500 glow plastic. The classic Luvisca Spaceman stamp takes a break for a few deep breaths on a new mold / plastic combo. So this is a Shadow Fact. This I did throw. It was a windy day in Florida. This had some stability, and I threw it on at least one, maybe two baskets in particular, and it flew really nicely. I don't know if I'll put this in my bag. I've thrown the Shadow Facts before. I wouldn't say it's super stable. It'll turn right a little bit before it finishes to the left, which actually matches its flight numbers with 9, 5, -2, 1.5. But it's a nice disc. I like it. It's the FX2. This one is 100% recycled. And so this is actually a cool thing. I'm actually very proud of companies that are doing more recycled plastic. I think with the advent of Trash Panda, I think he's inspired other companies to step up their recycling game, which I think is a good thing. FX2 Premium Reblend, 100% recycled beef? Question mark. The FX2 makes its first appearance in premium reblend plastic in this quarters box. And I definitely throw the FX2 for my bag when I need some beef. When I need it to, it is not going to flip up and it is going to turn left hard. I almost always throw the FX2 on basket A at Horizons. I can get it through the gap and turn left towards the basket. So pretty cool disc. The next disc I actually threw a number of times in Florida, and it was flippy. Lightbringer, which is a pretty cool stamp. Check out that dome, and it flew pretty well, but if I put any anhyzer on it at all, it was moving to the right like crazy. And when I put some hyzer on it, it was going to flip up to flat and then start turning right if I got enough speed on it. So I would need to practice this disc a little bit more. This is actually reminds me of a very fast F7 for my bag. So my F7 is super flippy, and this reminds me of a very fast F7. So I don't know if this will make it in my bag. At least when I threw it in Florida, I actually felt like it was too flippy. But you know, maybe for especially beginners that want to try out a faster disc, give the D6 a try. This was, but again, like the stamp, don't know if it'll make my bag. Last, but certainly not least, the huge surprise of the round, and that is the D1. This is 2023 World Champion D1 400 Glimmer, another staple in World Champion Isaac Robinson's bag. The D1 is our most reliably overstable distance driver. Now, as we all know, if I hear the news correctly, Isaac Robinson will no longer be with Prodigy. So who knows, maybe this will be a keepsake. But the bottom line is that I never would have bought a D1 for myself. I don't feel like I have the arm speed for an overstable driver like this. The flight number is 12504, but I was able to crank this disc in Florida, get over on it, put a little Annie on it, put my body into it, and it flew a country mile for me. This disc is going in my bag. And so that's another great thing about doing these club boxes or the mystery boxes. You get a disc and you'll try something out. And you wouldn't have tried that disc had you not done the box. So Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the video. Get a chance to see this was from quarterly box number 3, and sometime this December I'll show you box number 4, which I've actually already got, but I have not looked at. But it was actually kind of fun. Maybe I'll do for box number 4 the same thing. I'll go to a course and throw the disc for the first time on the course and just learn as I go. And I normally don't do that, but it was actually surprisingly fun. So once again, if you see me out there on the course, say hi, like and subscribe, and happy Vlogmas, everybody, and see if I can get back on the daily train again.